here in Dorset, we are supported by Absolute Black. And that is cool on so many different levels, because it means we can have some really blingy stuff on our bikes. Well, I've been running the Raceface 6C cranks for some time. I really love them. I don't think the next SLs are up to much, but the 6Cs are phenomenal. I have, of course, been using the Raceface narrow wide 30 tooth chainring as well. It's got a cinch interface which simply holds up against the crank and use a bottom bracket tool to do it up. Super easy, super nice system. Now the Raceface chainrings do seem to last a fair amount of time. I say fair, they're not super long lasting, but I can't really expect much else for the British weather, British conditions, unless you went and got a steel chainring. I think they're pretty good and they hold the chain on really well. But what's really exciting about Absolute Black is their oval shape. That is what Absolute Black are famous for. And look how good they look. Now I've got my scales here because I wanted to see just how lightweight the Absolute Black is in comparison to the standard Raceface narrow wide chainring. Now the cinch system ring is about £55, similar price point to the Absolute Black Oval, and as you can see there's a massive size difference in the rings. I have been running a 30 tooth on my 29er, but because I'm going to be now running a larger range cassette, as is the fashion, I've gone for a 34 tooth Absolute Black. Now the point of the oval shape is to give you more torque, more power at certain points of your pedal revolution. I haven't ever used oval before and I'm really looking forward to finding out what it's all about. Some people say it makes your pedaling feel weird, certainly at first, but it's something that you get used to. I have pedalled a friend's bike who has an oval chainring, and at first it did feel a bit broken. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. You put power down and you get varying amounts of torque depending on what level your cranks are at. But apparently this is brilliant, so I'm looking forward to giving it a proper go. Now let's check out the weight. The 30 tooth, and bear in mind these are different sizes, but the 30 tooth Raceface chainring weighs in at 64 grams. Pretty respectable. It's not a heavy ring at all. Now this has had a fair amount of use, so perhaps it's lost a couple of grams worth of material. And you can see the Absolute ring is a thing of beauty. You can see the milling, the amount of weight saving that's gone into it. And this weighs in at 67 grams. So just a few grams heavier than a much smaller Raceface chainring. I think that's pretty impressive. What's really impressive is how good my bike is going to look with the Raceface oval setup. Look at that, it's going to be stunning. Now, should I get gold graphics on the cranks to match? Let me know in the comments below. So this will probably make the lightest downhill worthy crankset on the market, with this and this combined. What else have I got then from Absolute Black? We have an oval chain device. So this is an ISCG 05 mounting. It's to fit onto my 29er hardtail, for which I have the correct mountings for this device. Now I've never really used chain devices before because the Raceface chainring is so reliable. It just doesn't drop a chain until it's significantly worn out. And this, as you can see, isn't totally worn. It's definitely got some good life in it left yet. But, just to demonstrate a point here, at 19 grams, yes, 19 grams, why wouldn't you run this chain device? Super light chainring saves a few grams over the standard anyway, and then a chain device for added ring security. And this is Absolute Black's oval specific chain device, and that's to allow the up and down motion of the chainring to run through the gap here without interfering. You can adjust the height of it, and to remove the crank set you can even detach the upper guide as well. And can you hear that? There's a nice lock when it locks into place. So that is a thing of beauty. So I'm really looking forward to trying that combined with this on these. There is a specific way to attach this, so you need to pay some attention. You see there's a little indentation there? You line that up with the crank arm, I believe, but I will follow the instructions when I mount it. And then a lock ring goes in here. So that is super easy to do, and my god, that crank is going to look gorgeous on my titanium bike. And I've also been lucky enough to be sent, if I can get into them, some absolute black XX1 jockey wheels. I was a bit disappointed these didn't turn up in gold, but then I realised they're made of Delrin, they're not made of aluminium. So of course they're going to be black. Good quality bearings, lovely narrow wide tooth profile. And because they're of course made of Delrin, a form of nylon, then it's going to be running silent. So this combined with brand new chain cassette, bottom bracket, cranks, man, that is going to be a smooth drivetrain. Keep an eye on my YouTube channel and I'll do a full installation and first impressions video later on.